Do you know what frequency and vibration is? If you break everything in the universe down to its fundamental component, you will come to these small particles called atoms. But these atoms are constantly in movement and they never stand still. The body vibrates when it moves back and forth, relative to his reference position. The number of movements per time division is called frequency, and it is measured by hertz. Okay, now you know what vibration and frequency is, and you might think, what is the big secret behind this? Think about it. We know the Earth has our own frequency. It's around 7.8 to 8 hertz. We know our thoughts has our own frequency. We know that when we are happy, sad, or angry, we have our own frequency for that. And we know everything is made out of atoms. So even Nikola Tesla said once, when you want to understand the secrets of the universe, you have to think in energy, vibration, and frequency. And I think that is not a coincidence. Even though we experience frequency every day, in every radio, mobile phone, or with every feeling and with every thought we think, it is very difficult for us to think in frequency and vibration. But we can create, synchronize, and manipulate frequency. So don't you think there must be a way how we can use this knowledge? And I can tell you, there is one. So let me start with my story. I'm still in Nepal, or rather in the city of Pokhara. To be honest, I didn't even know why I came here. There was nothing here that I was interested in. But nevertheless, I was there. I spent the first 2 days in the hotel room editing a video and only went outside when I wanted to eat something. I don't like touristy places, but that's exactly what it was. I thought about going back to the monastery and considering this trip as a flop. But every time when I went outside, I saw handmade singing bowls everywhere and the offer of singing bowl therapy or sound healing. Couldn't get it out of my head, but I ignored the unserious offers. But I was still interested, and so I did my research. I found out that sound healing or singing bowl therapy is done with singing bowls, as the name suggests. It has a century-old tradition in Nepal, Tibet, and India. Because these special bowls produce a certain frequency that have a strong influence on our body. As we are also a constant transmitter and receiver, we are also vibrate and send out frequency. But more about this later. There are two different types of sound therapy or sound healing. There are 7 chakra bowls, which are there to work with the 7 chakras, from the root to the crown. And then there are the brainwave bowls, which are still very unknown, and the sound bowls with the right frequency are very, very hard to find, but highly effective. Anyway, after researching, I came across an opportunity to do sound healing training here in Nepal, where this tool and this knowledge has its roots. The decision felt right immediately, and I wrote an email, and the same day I got the message from Garrett, my new friend, that we will see each other in 2 days. To be honest, it was a little bit sketchy for me, because I got no information where this place is going to be. I had no clue how my accommodation looks like, or how this place looks like, or where this place is. I just got the mail, we will see us in 2 days, and then we go together on the mountain. That's it. 2 days later, I checked out of my hotel, and I got into the car that took me out of the city, further and further away from the tourist area. Along the way, my new friend and teacher rolled in, and we drove for another hour, until we came to the end of the road, and had to walk from here. We walked uphill for 2 hours through the jungle on stone stairs more than 200 years old. As I didn't know what I was going to do, I had a lot of unnecessary luggage with me, and I had to carry a 30-kilogram backpack up the mountain to an altitude of 2,000 meters. We started walking, and he told me that's like 2 hours walking, and I have to say it's really beautiful here, but we have to go up to this mountain, and I think I have 30 kilos and my camera bag, so it's really a challenge, but It's really cool that we're in the middle of the jungle. There's nothing, just locals, no tourists, and just this cool stone steps everywhere. It's a really nice experience. And yeah. We arrived in a jungle village with no roads, no shops and no tourists. Just a little stone trail who connect the village. I didn't know what to expect from my home for the next days, but as I saw it, I felt immediately like in the movie The Beach, but without beach. Because it was paradise, no people, no noisy sounds, just jungle and mountains and a peaceful vibe. We arrived at a small house and the owner Santos greeted us with a smile. The property was huge and full of fresh vegetables, honeybees and really everything you need to survive here. I was the only one there and my room had one of the most beautiful views I've ever seen. The view of the Annapurna mountain range in the Himalayas, which is within reach. Even on the video you can see how big and massive these mountains really are. I immediately felt like home, because it was so peaceful and there was no tourists and no noisy people. And as I told you, like the beach, but without beach. Like almost no one knows about this place, unless you know the exact way. And this is on purpose. This place is nowhere to be found on any booking platform. And I promised my 2 new friends that I will never reveal the exact location. Because this view and this place is also nearly unique in Nepal. We started with the basic lessons on the first day, and as it got darker, we had a long conversation around the bonfire and we became friends immediately. When I woke up the next day, the mountains were pink with the rising sun. We started the training before the breakfast and I was fascinated about the work with the singing bowls and the techniques with frequency. But what exactly is sound healing or singing bowl therapy, and what does it? Well, sound therapy helps against depression, all kind of disease, when you have problems with sleep and much more, because it starts to synchronize the frequency and the waves again. And so the body has the opportunity to send the right information to the right place in the body. As you already know, we are permanent receiver and transmitter of frequency. We also scientifically know that we have different brainwave states who can be measured. Gamma is an awake state in which we are really active. At beta, we are in a vigilant state. In alpha, we are really relaxed and in a light meditative state. And in theta, we are in a light sleep or deep meditative state. And delta, we are in a deep sleep state. So people who are meditating are in the best case in a theta wave state, because in theta it is like the entrance in your subconscious mind. In this state you can heal yourself, you can attract the things in your life you always wanted to have, and so on. The brainwave singing bowls give us the opportunity to send a person in the theta wave range within 50 minutes and keep them there. This happens because of the biological frequencies that produce 2 tones that are no more than 30 Hz apart. People fall into this range and the brainwaves start to synchronize and to send out the right information. This technology has not been around long, but as you can see, it is not spiritual nonsense, but science. Then we also have chakra sound therapy. This is a much longer tradition in Nepal and Tibet. In this sound healing therapy, blockades are released and the whole body is worked with. Here we also bring the different centers from root to crown chakra into harmony with the help of the frequencies. The balls are placed on the body and the procedure is different from the brainwave balls. The good thing about this singing balls is really nobody can say that this is nonsense, because you can't ignore the fact that something is happening inside of you while a singing bowl therapy or a sound healing session. To understand better what I mean, this is what happens to your body when you work with singing bowls. That's why my experience after a session is the whole time like I'm electrified and full of energy. I learned for a few days everything I have to know. I had a lot of practice, questions and fun with my new friend. We often talked for hours in the evening, played music, ate sugarcane and enjoyed the moment. As I will not call myself a healer and leave that to my clients, I will call it sound alchemy, and I'm now allowed to treat the people with the art of sound alchemy. Don't forget that we are energy in a physical body to experience the physical world and not the other way around. There's so much more we can do with this kind of things. Like, this is ancient knowledge. People thousands of years ago knew about these kind of things because they had a connection to the universe, they had a connection to the earth. In our days, we're completely disconnected from our roots, from our earth. And that's the reason why we try to heal everything with modern medicine. But like, people forget that like the health industry is an industry, and they are not interested in heal people, because then they would lose a customer. Think about it. So I think we should start to search for new ways and to learn the ancient technologies again. At last, like a little warning. When you are now interested in singing bowls or sound therapy, please pay attention, because in the internet, and also when it says it came from Nepal or Tibet, the most singing bowls have not the right frequency, and so they cannot use in the right way. So please pay attention and don't buy the cheapest things, because then nothing happens. You know, you can play with them and maybe it makes a nice sound, but it has no effect. You need singing bowls with the right frequency. So when you're interested, you can write me on Instagram or an email, and I will contact you to some guys or help you to find the right one. On that note, frequency and vibration can be measured, but most of the time we can't see it. And I think this is the proof that there's much more in this world, and just because we can't see things doesn't mean that they don't exist. So if anybody's interested in a sound healing therapy session or singing bowls, feel free to write me. I hope you liked this video, and I hope I see you the next time. Please let us subscribe on my channel and activate the bell, and I see you the next time, guys. Thank you.